All right, so I took the trial hood off, and we traced off the back of that hood, the back of the curvature to match the windshield in the truck. This is just a first cut. I'm probably going to have to do another inch cut up, but I wanted to do this pre-cut first. And we're going to put the hood on. I'm going to tack the hood to the hinges that I altered, and then open and close it and see where it interferes at and see how much more I need to cut. We're going to do a little trim and cutting, and if we get it back to where it needs to be at. I don't want to take as much off, as little off. I want to take as little off as possible. So by doing it this way, it just saves having to, having it look like crap or having to weld something back on again. So anyway, we're going to start on the hood. I got the fender all welded up. I haven't ground it off. I'll take it off to grind it. I put door handle on the door to kind of start getting the trim measured out to get the trim done. But this thing's looking badass. Anyway, let me get the hood cut, and then I'm going to put it on, get it tacked, and then we'll do a little trial on the opening and closing situation. Bye-bye. All right, so we got the initial cut done for the to fit against the windshield of the 24. I made these brackets to weld onto the original hinges off the 24, which I altered to lower them down so that the hood would be lower against the front of the car, because it would be way too thick. Or the front would be way too thick. So anyway, I'm going to put the hood on it, and we're going to get it in position, and I'm going to tack the hinges to these brackets I made, and then hopefully it'll open and not interfere with anything. If I got to do a little more trimming, I will, but hopefully this will take care of it. Anyway, let's see what happens. Bye now. All right, our first trial fit was not a success. We need to cut this back section's brace out, move it forward 4 inches to clear the wipers, which come up right to there. Boom. So we're gonna move this forward. We're gonna cut it out as basically a rectangle. We're gonna take the whole section and move it forward and take out what is in the way, and then re-weld it back into position. And that's probably the best way to go that I can see. That'll give us strength back to the hood. Otherwise, I have to go new braces all through here. It's just better to just use what we already have. So I'm gonna cut it out, move it forward, and then tack it in place. And what else? I'm gonna cut the arms off the hinges that I altered. I'm gonna cut these off right here. I'm gonna make new arms come off and catch the where I made the braces on the bottom of the hood. So I'm gonna do that. So anyway, here we go. Bye now. All right, so we got this piece cut out. It's the piece that goes right there. All right, and then we got this section cut out. This is 3 3/4. So put that away. We're gonna put this up here. That'll give us 1/4 inch of overlap to weld that in. I gotta do a little forming, of course, make this fit down clean. So that's gonna move forward, and then we're gonna weld it back together, and we have a brace. So, and then this here is gonna get formed so the back of the hood will flip up, and then I'm gonna put a bar across here, bar stock, and then so it gives us some strength. And I'll probably maybe build this out to, I don't know, we'll see how things go. I'm just kind of winging it as we go here. This piece here was basically used to buffer between where I'm cutting at, so I am cutting into the hood, because a lot of this stuff's just right against the hood face. And I also need to cut the anti-rattle glue out of the way. So anyway, I'm gonna get this thing cleaned up. It's like 8 o'clock on Saturday night. Another half hour, and I'm going in and feed my face, go to bed, get up tomorrow morning early, and get back to work on this thing. Anyway, good night. All right, well, we got this section moved forward 4 inches. Here's the piece I cut out of it. It worked out kind of good. Really move everything up here. Welded it as much as I could across there where it lines up at. Weld across here, both sides, full bead. So it leaves me with about 4 inches hanging off the back here. I'm pretty sure we're not going to end up using all of this, but I'm going to put the hood back on again and for a test fit, and maybe go ahead and roll the hinge braces up to the brackets here, and then see how close the wipers are to the hood. I think they're going to be so close I'm going to have to do some cutting and some manipulating. So let's put the hood back on and get the brackets made or the hood hinges welded on, and then go from there. Bye now. So there, the back of the hood's flipped up. You have to do a little more work to it, but it's close. I need to put the wipers on it now to see how much room the wipers have. Then I'm gonna probably bend it up probably another quarter of an inch or half an inch or so on the flip up. And then I'm gonna weld a piece of 1/4 inch bar all the way around it, or rod around it to give it some strength. And I don't know. We'll see what happens from there. Well, I gotta do the hood hinges yet, but at least I have the basic fit. I put a center line in the middle of the front, so I can always put it back in the same place. I know that the hood needs to be over 1/4 of an inch or both sides over the flat side of the car, which I keep on checking that. So always checking, making sure it's centered, make sure that everything lines up, and that we're not gonna have any surprises later on. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the wipers on it, and then see how much room we have, about how much further we need to go, and then probably doing some more hammering. Bye now. All right, another day on the Squarebody reskinning, what do you want to call it? It's like 7:30 on Sunday night. It's raining. I'm tired. I'm cold. I'm going in. But I did finish getting the hood hinges built out and working. I got the back of the hood flipped up so it clears the wipers, and I will show you now what we have going on. All right, so you see the hood is open. What I did was, well, you can see this is the piece we moved forward. Back this up a little bit. So we weld this up forward, and then this is a piece I bolted in the stock holes for the hood. And then this is the factory hinge area that I had to alter to make work with the hood. So I made a bracket come up on top of it here on both sides. It uses hydraulic rams, so I gotta get a ball for those for tomorrow. And then the wipers now clear. So you can see the curved up the back of the hood, so it clears all the wipers and everything's good there. I gotta weld a rod across the back of it still, but we'll do that later. But here, I'm not gonna close it. This thing weighs a ton. I'm gonna put like I said, I'll put the hydraulic rams on it tomorrow, put the fender back on it again, and then gotta put it back out in storage until I can get back on it. Got more work to do this week, customer stuff. So anyway, till next time, bye now. Hey everybody, so we are out here in the Field of Dreams. All my toys out here. Yeah, I got a problem. Oh well. So we're working on the Squarebody. Got to put some fuel line on it, otherwise I'm gonna run out of fuel. So I went and got some fuel holes and show what's going on. A couple of 1.5 inch 90s that we're gonna make work onto our new fuel line. Let me get underneath here. So that's what it looks like from the inside, underneath. And there is the factory stuff there. So I'm gonna take these. So they're gonna go up here like that. Go like that way, like that. And I'm gonna have one that's gonna go opposite way, like that. And I got a little piece of stainless 1.5 inch joiner hose. So I'm gonna get that done and show you what it looks like when it's done. I'm only gonna do the main fuel fill for now, because I gotta get some fuel in it before it runs out, and then later on I'll get the rest of the stuff hooked up. Here's the def line, or def vapor hose, and here's the main line for the def. I had to cap it off to let oxygen get to it, starts crystallizing. It's no. So anyway, I gotta figure that out later on. I'll probably do that when I get the bed off. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hook these hoses up and show you what it's like when it's done. Bye. All right, there we go. This is where it goes into the fuel inlet. Goes into the tank. Got clamps here, got clamps here. I gotta get a clamp for that, but I gotta pull it off. I gotta pull the bed off. I'll pull it off there again anyways. Put a clamp on it later. We gotta hook up the def lines. This is the def filler here. The vapor line up here. But at least I got a place I can put some fuel in, because I'm ready to run out. Anyway, I put a clamp on it out here, tied up to the bed. Should be good and snug. Anyway, here we go. Bye now.